Aloha, I'm Kat Brady, and welcome to Out of the Blue, ocean fish farming in Hawaii. Today our guests are Christina Lizzi, who is the community organizer in the fish program for Food and Water Watch from Washington, D.C. Aloha, and welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Hawaii,
Thank
Christina.
You. Thank you.
And our local guest is...
How's it?
Kale Gumapac from Puna. And he is the alakai, the spokesperson for the Kanaka Council. So today we're talking about ocean fish farming, and we're going to open with Christina. So tell us, what is ocean fish farming?
Ocean fish farming is a form of farming fish out in deep waters in the ocean, just like it sounds. What they use are these big cages that are either circular or kind of like a triangular shape. And the water flows through them. They're just cages. So you've got the fish inside and you put the feed in from the top, and then you have a little tube that sucks the fish out when you're ready to harvest them.
How big are they when
well,
they're harvested?
Because
that must be a big tube.
Yeah, it depends what kind of fish you're growing. Some of them are going to be growing tuna eventually. They're looking at growing tuna. Right now they're growing moi and kahala, and at the sites that we have currently in Hawaii.
So where is ocean fish farming taking place in Hawaii?
There's one off of Ewa Beach, off of Oahu.
And that's called?
It's called Hukilau Farms. It originally started out as the Hawaii Ocean Aquaculture Research Project.
The Kate's
And then
project,
turned into Kate's
right?
International when it went commercial.
I see.
And then now they've rebranded, and they're owned by Grove Fresh Farms, LLC, I believe.
Yes, from Kauai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then they branded themselves as Hukilau, LLC.
Okay.
And sort of changed ownership and investment and everything. So they're growing moi off of Ewa Beach, and they're also looking to expand their operation. And then there's Kona Blue Water Farms, which is off of the Big Island, off of Kona. And it's right, if you're coming into the Kona airport, it's right off the coast there. If they're raising the cages to clean them, you can actually see them as you're flying in, as I did the other day.
So it's off
Yeah.
Keahole Airport
Yeah.
on the Big Island.
Yeah, it's right there,
okay.
about 2,000 feet off.
So those are the two working ocean fish
Uh-huh.
farms. Are there others proposed in Hawaii?
There are 3 more proposed, which is why we're talking about it today, I think, is that this industry is coming out of nowhere and wants to expand. There's a proposal for one off of Lanai called Maui Fresh Fish, and that one we haven't heard too much about in the last year. But the 2 that have come up in the past year are Hawaii Oceanic Technology off of the North Kahala coast. They want to grow about 6,000 tons of tuna per year. And then there's another proposal out there from a company called Indigo Seafood, which also wants to grow moi.
Are any of these companies local?
Some of them have local owners. Some of them, the Hawaii Oceanic Technology is not local. It's from an outside investor.
Okay. So this is happening around the world, fish
It's happening
farming?
around the world. This style of open ocean aquaculture, though, is not happening a lot in the United States. It's not allowed in federal waters because Congress said it was too dangerous, and we couldn't open up our waters to it yet.
Why did they think it was too dangerous?
We don't know much about it. It's a really untested industry. It's just being done in developing countries mostly, and Japan's doing some of it as well. But we don't have much environmental science on it. We don't know what impacts it has socioeconomically on the fishermen who normally would be fishing those kinds of fish.
Yeah.
And we don't know the impacts on the people who are living on the coasts or on the islands that have these farms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kali, tell me
Hi.
about aloha. Tell me about the Kanaka Council and your position on fish farming, ocean fish farming.
Well, the Kanaka Council Moko Okeawe was formed, or is formed on the island of Hawaii. And we brought together leaders from various Hawaiian organizations so that we can come together, and the primary responsibility that we see that we had was to protect our resources from Mauka to Makai. And we formed about 2.5 years ago. And we've been involved in many issues, from the comprehensive management plan going on up at Mauna Kea, the 30-meter telescope, as well as the illegal koa harvesting going on up in the mountains, as well as the illegal buoys that are being placed from Kona all the way to Ka'u, And Punaluu, when they were proposing the new resort, you know, on an area or in an area where it was a hatching area for the hono, the turtles.
Yeah.
So we've been involved in many of these issues, and of course now we're stepping up in regards to the open ocean fish farms. And there has been a lot of statements made that the open ocean fish farm is just like the Hawaiians in their fish pond, traditional fish ponds that they had.
Wow, I didn't think the Hawaiians harvested like 100,000 pounds of fish at a pop.
Yeah, I don't think they did either. And so when they're making that comparison, you know, to our traditional fish ponds versus the open ocean, we're saying, no. There's no comparison to that. And in addition to that, where they have the fish, the open ocean fish farms, we have a lot of questions in regards to the cultural and the traditional and customary uses of this and their infringement